Hey everyone, welcome back, and we got more interviews going on along the way. Right now, we have we have Rob Mockler, who is the writer, and we have Larry Fessenden, who is the star and producer. So, guys, welcome to the show.
Thanks for having us.
Hey guys. I like to say this real fast on camera. Larry is one of my first interviews I ever did on a red carpet that I was invited to and didn't have to sneak into and break into for once. And Larry, I've come full circle now.
Well, there
I
we
just
go.
wanted to share that because Larry's very important to me.
I'm launching careers of all kinds.
You do.
So guys, tell us a little about Like Me. What is it all about?
I guess the basic premise is it's about this young woman who goes on a crime spree and documents it on social media. To me, it's kind of about loneliness and destructive relationships, and it kind of goes into a really surreal territory. And it's also kind of like a weird Christmas movie in some way.
A weird Christmas movie. That's always great.
I love weird Christmas movies. And what inspired one social media and two the Christmas aspect of this movie?
I guess at first it was kind of like this knee-jerk reaction 5 years ago to the paradigm shift that was social media and all of the things that came along with it. But then I guess I felt like it was kind of an absurd step for humanity, and everything kind of shifted into this quantified sort of grasping for attention and this sense of emptiness and wanting to fill that void. Mm-hmm. And I guess I always wanted to make make a movie about loneliness. I loved Taxi Driver growing up.
Oh, that's a great movie.
And I felt like this was sort of an opportunity to explore that sort of in the digital age.
That's pretty surreal. I definitely really appreciate that, and especially with the social media aspect, because that is, I'm the social media director for Fanboy TV, and it's huge.
Right.
Once I started taking in all this, and it was just like, wow. And I'm looking at everything else. I do on my own social media, my own Twitter, and everything. I'm just like, that's a huge horizon broadened there. It's fascinating that you took that route for that character to go through.
Yeah, I mean, it's a really strange thing. I mean, you're kind of crafting your identity in a very new way.
And I can definitely understand I think a lot of people, viewers, can definitely understand that, when you're doing social media, there's a reason. Why do you guys do it? Why do we have to tell everyone what we're doing? It's because you're feeling that void,
right?
And it definitely does help, and it's very interesting and fascinating the way that can be executed.
Yeah, for sure.
I think what's cool though about the movie, if I could say, is that it's not it's very cinematic. So it's ironic that it's discussing social media, but I think it has its roots in sort of 70s cinema and 90s cinema at this point. But so even though it lives in that world, it's not a bunch of computer screens that you're looking at.
Exactly.
So it's really fun, and that's one of the things that attracted us to the movie. Is just the imagery and the way the story is told. It's really fresh, exciting.
I mean, with social media now, now we have Facebook Live, we have Twitch, we have streams, other streaming services. Heck, right now we're even streaming live on YouTube. You guys kind of almost feel like you were predicting a lot of this ahead of time? You said you were filming this a while ago.
Yeah, I mean, 5 years ago. It was weird because you'd see news stories about people live broadcasting a getaway from police, or they would post photos for confessionals for murderers, and there was teenagers that used fake guns to fake drive-bys. So there was sort of this affirmation of the ambition, I guess, to a degree.
Yeah, recently there was a woman in Florida who Facebook lived herself having her 10-year-old son drive her home while she was drunk. So yeah, that really happened. Look it up. It's in Florida.
Wow.
Florida person.
That is the world today, guys.
Yes.
So you said how long did it take you to film this movie and go forth with what you were doing?
I mean, it's a long and winding road. There were many different budgets.
Exactly.
There was different producers. I think that was the thing, is trying to find the right producers that we felt comfortable with. And
Mm-hmm.
I think when we found Glass Eye, it felt like a perfect match, and I felt like we could do what we wanted to do.
Yeah, that's
so
actually
the movie was produced by James Belfer of Dogfish Pictures, and then Jen Wexler and myself of Glass Eye, and we partnered up. But you'd met James through a tweet, right?
Yeah, no,
really?
Yeah, initially.
Talking about social media,
right? Yeah, I started sort of a crowdfunding campaign, and I filmed a concept trailer, and it was a blind tweet of sort of trying to promote it. And I put it, like, it was James Belfer on a tweet with, like, Lana Del Rey and Mark Romanek randomly. And James got back to me, and I grabbed coffee with him, like, the next day. He was like, what do you want to do? I was like, well, I have this short. Hopefully we can make it a feature. He was like, just skip straight to the feature. So
Just skip to the feature and just go with it and see how well it can be
But
executed.
there is a great short that Rob had made for no money. It's one of the scenes of the original script, and it's what drew me to the project. It was real proof of concept, really bold colors. It was clear that he had a vision already, and that'll be fun to put on the DVD, don't you think?
yes, definitely.
And-
I'm sorry, the Blu-ray or the
Yeah,
4K.
both.
There you go.
Yeah, or
And
or
besides-
Yahoo, Amazon.
And besides looking for, the producer, what was the hardest part about making this film for you guys?
Just, I think, perseverance. I mean, I feel like, 5 years is a long time. A lot of people tell you to stop. Like, I didn't really have a traditional short film, so I didn't.
You basically had a dream and you just kept going with it.
Exactly.
You're going to do it
I
until
think
it's finished.
I think it's just being, like, having a tunnel vision and, like, just
Mm-hmm.
going through the ups and downs. I mean, like, I was broke many of the times. It's just kind of a painful process. And then eventually, if it works out, it's awesome.
That's what it was like with our producer Gavin and his brother Josh. They were doing videos in their bedroom, and the next thing you know, now look where we are. We're on the set of
Right.
Fanboy TV, and it's great through awesome public access. So I really am very fascinated with everything you guys have done, with how you're explaining your whole entire triumphs and everything, and your errors that you had to go through. So tell us a little bit more about the video, or the film, if you don't mind.
Yeah, I mean, like,
Just, so you got the what was it, investigator,
investigator, the
the main character.
Oh yeah, well, I mean,
Sorry.
no, not an investigator, right? I mean, I guess she's like, she goes on like she starts like this crime spree and documents it.
I got it.
But like
Okay.
really, I
Oh.
mean, that's sort of like just like the
That's-
plot in a way, but like it kind of splinters into something else that's, like I said, like kind of I guess more about loneliness and these strange characters that she meets along the way, and I think it's really about.
And where was it filmed at again?
Rockaway primarily,
Rockaway.
yeah. We found these awesome like motel rooms that were designed by these artists after Sandy sort of like demolished Rockaway,
Oh wow.
and
Oh,
these,
yeah.
these artists came in and they created these beautiful motels like as like to help the community, and they're gorgeous, and they're like were a huge part of the movie. Unfortunately, they just shut down, but. I think we're glad to have captured it.
Were you guys able to get assistance from the community when you were filming?
Yeah, for sure. They were really supportive, and like it's actually quite a beautiful place. It's unfortunate that it's like kind of struggling right now.
And we also shot upstate. One thing that Glass Eye, we make a lot of movies, low budget movies often, and you
I've definitely watched a few glass-eyed films.
Yeah,
some of my favorites.
Well, that speaks about who you are. But we also shot up in the Woodstock area where we found more bizarre hotels. I mean, it really was. It's a movie about hotels. It was originally a road movie that took a vaster canvas, but we condensed it, and somehow with these great locations, it seemed to still have that breadth, which was a really fun thing. And
That's fascinating.
it's always about integrating with the community and finding the locations that really speak to the storyline, and it's a great treasure hunt. When you don't have the money, you have to be inventive and really find those places.
With Glass Eye, do you guys see kind of going with social media a little bit here? Do you guys find that finding the really good talent like this gentleman here, finding with social media, finding that good talent that may have a hard time finding you guys personally, finding that easier to find the good talent with social media these
That's
days?
a lot of fines.
I know. I'm fine about that.
I don't know anything about social media. I just asked Rob how to answer a tweet, and I screwed it up. So
All right.
I'm just learning.
Hey, it's all right. Well, guys, we're about to wrap it up here. So, where can our viewers find your film and everything else?
Well, we're premiering at the Stateside Theater March 13th at 11:30 a.m. And then we have 2 follow-up screenings at the Draft House, one at 3:45 and then one at 11:30 at night.
Do you guys have a Twitter handle or anything like that?
We have a Facebook page, and then Like Me Movies Instagram. You can check out. And there's a trailer up if you want to look at it.
Yeah, and also follow Glass Eye, see what other movies they're making. But yeah, like me, definitely watch this movie. It's really a lot of fun. Me and Jeffrey enjoyed it. At least I think you did. I wasn't.
Oh, I definitely it was really interesting the way you guys executed everything. So, well, everyone, so this is Like Me, and stay tuned for more interviews with Fanboy TV South by Southwest 2017.
All right.
Thanks, guys.